Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday. Good morning, good evening. We have the usual suspects joining us. Thank you guys for being early. Scotsman isn't the first though, it's Alex today. The Golden Gang woke up early. Hey Jack, yar! I was lurking a while ago. While you were streaming, I was trying to understand the game. But I was multitasking, so I couldn't focus so much. I'll tell you more about it later. Scotsman first, Kappa. And then there's Jay. Hey Jay. Morning. And as well as joining us, as well as Blue-Eyed Tom. Hey Tom. Glad you made it today. Good evening. It's morning here. Hey Squirrel. Ninja Squirrel. How are you? Signed the petition to ban that. What is bigum? You live in Ohio. Yes. Sure thing, Tom. Thanks for teething. Are you also from Ohio, Tom? Hey, Olaf. I hope it's Olaf. Thank you for joining. How are you? How are you doing, guys? What's new in the trucking world? I've been quite busy with Flight Sim. Thaddeus has been feeding me things. So many new stuff. I've been trying out a new plane and explain a freeware mod that is one of the best, I think, freeware general aviation planes out there. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. Doing great. Alright, great. So for today, I haven't really seen much new things in the trucking forums, but I did want to check out the rest of Grand Utopia because I loved it so much in the previous stream. And we have a couple of new things. If you haven't seen the latest videos this week, we have been focusing on the MAN TGX Euro 6 from SCS, coupled with Pauly's Clumsy trucking combo, and now also with EVR sounds. So maybe in a bit I will turn off the music so we can focus on these sounds. But first, let me show you the mods list. So we are in Grand Utopia. We have the Clumsy trucking combo skin, care of Pauly. Thanks a lot for this, Pauly. This is amazing. It's so amazing, it inspired me to do a bit of a different version of the intro, as you guys might have seen a while ago. And then now we have EVR sounds as well. The video for this one will be coming out later. There's a mod spotlight for this video, for this sounds. You live in the east. Ah, I see. And there's SKRS, guest appearance. Glad you made it even. Welcome back. Yes, it's amazing, Jack. It's so real. I mean, the main thing I love about it is how the roads bend in a natural manner. They don't bend aggressively like how you would expect it in the normal SCS map. Sometimes they're improving, but there are still some bends which are a bit too aggressive in my opinion. There's the truck. And for those who have not seen the map yet, that is how the map looks like. There's still quite a bit that we haven't explored, mainly the mountain passes. So we'll try to focus on those today. Yeah, so we've explored only like 31% actually. That's quite interesting. Quite a large area of the map we still haven't checked out. So we'll try to do that now. Maybe we can find something going south. Let's see. Where's SKRS? SKRS is there. Oh, he's blocking the way. My face is blocking his view, but his profile pic is there somehow. Yeah, his vids are amazing. I just haven't had time to watch him recently. He's like the best builder I know. Super creative, and very humble, very light-hearted and positive vibes. Just enjoy watching, no pressure. That's how the truck looks like for those who haven't seen it yet. MAN TGX Euro 6. I am using the smallest cab though. I think it's perfect for this map because it's no long haul deliveries here. So I think that kind of cab is perfect. So our new MAN and no comment videos. Yeah, some people really like the silent trucking ones. Well, if you scour the comment section, some people are actually complaining, why are you not speaking? Something like that. Hey, Hiro. Thank you for the bits. Wow. That made you actually go to the top right there. It's a very interesting emoji. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for the bits. Doing great. I'm doing great. So let's hear the EVR sounds. I turned off the music so we can focus. Let's see. Let's hear rather. Gives me goosebumps every time, especially that growl of the idle sound, the engine sound. Hey sports fan, just in time. That is the sound that I really like to hear. Thanks a lot, Jay. 14 months is Twitch today. I think it's always twitching, especially on our stream, right? Either no transcode or cutting off in the middle. Hey, Illiforce. Hey, Lyko. How are you guys? Thank you for joining. You guys are just in time. We're starting our first delivery. Let's hear it from the inside. I do like there is like a growl in the sounds here. I'll keep quiet so you guys can hear it in full glory, alright? But I'll point it out. There's also a beep as always. That beep. And when I let go of the parking brake, you'll hear that growling sound. That one, like there's something groaning inside. I do like that. Yeah, made it just in time, Lyko. Perfect. Really enjoying that fire stick. You got it? Oh yeah, you bought it, right? The 4K fire stick. That was a whimper. Yeah, I think it's dreading the upcoming trip. Oh no, it's clumsy time again. Is there a way to escape this? I think that's what it's saying basically, with that single whimper right there. So I'm trying to look for a job that takes us east towards Larzac or Vierge-Dulac. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, we can do that as a start, then we can go north or south from there. It's pretty light though. I was hoping there's something. How about that one? Yeah, that's perfect. Smoked eel, a little bit heavier, so we feel something. Christ, as he runs to the nearest cliff. Your ISP just sent you a guy to your home saying that you were eligible for a free fire stick. You don't need a stick anymore. You have too much free stuff already. That's a good problem to have. So the engine volume I think is set at 2 at the moment. Let me know if you want it louder, alright? I think it's at the right volume in my headphones at least, but it might be a bit different on your end. The job expiration. Yeah, it's a bit interesting. I don't know why. If that's something to do with a 1:1 scale or not. Look at that sky though. Beautiful. By the way, I was reading through the SES forums. There was someone who posted a bug about the what was it? Pixelated skyboxes. I remember encountering something similar. And one bunks, the guy who has this reshade profile, he replied, and he said it might be because of a missing climate file setting or something like that. I think I missed my turn. Yeah, I think I did. Dang it. Did I? I might have. Maybe I can go here. I don't know if it's the dead end. I'm using 3500 if I remember correctly. It's I think the highest setting before Twitch upgraded to 6000. I wanted 6000 ideally, but yeah, because we don't always have transcode, I think 35 is the highest I can go, the safest number I can go to. How the heck do we make a U-turn? I think we can just use this as a U-turn slot. At least you can hear the sounds, even from outside. Let's make that even. I can actually buy this. Why not, right? Why not? Let's buy it. Going to play GTA and release your frustration. Yeah, in a way. I remember the debate about that they say, whoa, I think I hit it. I think I did hit the back. There are some, like, how do you say? It's a bit of a discussion about the violence of games, right? How they cause violence in real life. I think that's highly debatable because, like what Da said, sometimes it's an outlet. It prevents you from doing crazy things in real life by being able to expel them in the virtual world. So somehow you can argue it makes the world a safer place. But yeah, that's a whole topic, different topic. Man, hear that. As always, my favorite part in any EVR sounds are the switches. Because we have a lot of modders who make great sounds already in terms of the engine, and EVR's is no pushover. But I think what really sets him apart are all those other subtle sounds that he adds. Not just the engine, but all the switches, all the subtle groans and whimpers. That's what makes it unique in my point of view. And that's what I absolutely love. The immersion is magnified 100-fold. So you see pixelation sometimes. Yeah, I could go to 6000 actually. There should be no problem with my connection. But yes, if we don't have transcode, which we don't have most of the time, like, I don't know, 9 out of 10 times, then people will not be able to see it. I mean, even at 3.5, some people are having problems already buffering. So if I almost double that, I think it will make the stream much more inaccessible. I'm not as lucky as you, unfortunately, with the transcode. It's either Twitch loves you very much, or it hates me very much, or maybe both. Because I heard you always have transcode, right? Yeah, unfortunately, that's real world problems. Those sounds are so quiet. You want to increase the engine volume? Relieve your stress going to watch Clumsy or the Overwatch League. Thank you, means a lot that I am at that same level as Overwatch. I'll take that as a high compliment. Thanks, man. So here, I think we go straight. And then we turn somewhere. Always transcode, yeah. Not the case for me, unfortunately. So I have to balance it out. There should be a left turn somewhere. Yeah, even the map. This is what I love about the map. It doesn't feel the same as the default SCS map. It doesn't even feel the same as pro mods. The roads feel very different. The intersections, the way the roads are laid out, it really makes you think. It's not like you can go on autopilot or something. Really have to study it and get used to the different layout. I think it's here, right? Or was it on that end? No, it's here. That's what the GPS says at least. Just don't hit that, thank you. You'll pass on a foldable phone. S10 is 1600. Yeah, the foldable phone is for me more of a novelty right now. For me, it's more of an experimental thing. It's not yet like mainstream. It's only for the hardcore guys who want to check out the latest cutting edge technology. But it's not necessarily a must-have. Oh, by the way, you will hear this in the mod spotlight later. But that red thing that popped up in our dashboard is the air pressure warning. This will get a bit noisy, so keep your ears, maybe cover your ears a bit, because if I simulate the air brakes, you'll hear it. There you go. Your phone folds but only once. Is that Bendgate or something? Yeah, the transcode is, I'm still not sure why. Maybe there are a lot of streamers during my time. A lot of big streamers during my timing. Thanks, Olaf. That's great to hear. I'll try to keep it safe. Can't promise anything though. 11. Ayan at 11, yes. Driving in Europe makes no sense. Maybe like getting to a going through a roundabout, huh? I like that post by Rob over at Discord. He found a map bug in Arizona. There's actually a roundabout there. I don't even remember that. There's a truck mechanic sim game out there. Oh, really? It's out now or it's about to be? That's cool. Air brake simulation. Let's turn that off. Takes too long. He plays until the tequila runs out. Hey, Ult. Welcome back, welcome back. Thanks for joining. No flight sim today, but I do have some explain stories. Just a bit. Nothing fancy. Might as well start them now. So right before the stream, I was checking out one of the suggestions from Thaddeus. You guys might be familiar with this. The plane, I downloaded a new plane. It's a freeware mod. It's a small plane, but it uses the same G1000, was it? The glass cockpit that we tried out last stream for the Cessna. So it uses the same model. So it's a bit familiar. So it helps a lot with starting with that plane. The plane is called, oh my goodness, I think the manufacturer is Robin. The model is, I can't remember, 401. But it's pretty cool looking. Really like it. I think we'll play with that during the next stream. I just took it for a spin for a little, and I've been really enjoying it. It's like high tech, but not too much. And just small enough for me to not get lost. 7 to 10. 8 to 10. It's the same time every time, but it might change when you have the DST adjustment. Because in Singapore there is no DST adjustment. So when that switches, and I think that's going to happen soon, a few weeks from now, mid-March or something, clocks will move, right? But mine won't. So net, you will have a different timing. I think you will have 1 hour adjustment forward. Quick vid on that plane. There you go. I saw the video from the mod authors themselves, I think. The pretty cool cinematic video. I was sold. It's nice to see you can do those cinematic shots of the plane in X-Plane. Looks so dramatic, just like from a movie. Both places. Yes, that's the good plan. Alright, let's check the route. We're taking the 89. What if we go with no GPS so we appreciate the scenery more, huh? Should be simple enough, right? I turn right after we leave here, turn right again, go straight. And then it actually just goes straight here. We should encounter a roundabout. So D8, C1, D9. I don't feel so good about this, but let's try. And then I'll cheat from time to time. Fuso. Is there a Fuso plane? Jack would love that for sure. I probably missed some messages up top, sorry about that. If you feel like it, you can repost it. But no pressure. Okay, let's move here. Not a very famous road, this one. Not a lot of cars on this road in particular, which is good. Waiting to play ETS2 in Ultra. Soon, right? Soon. When is did they have an ETA? Which parts are you missing now? Hopefully most of them have arrived. Mayday and explain. I never yelled Mayday because I didn't even know how to. I just screamed the Grey Mother scream. Australia is 14 or 16 hours ahead. Yeah. DST shift. Right now I'm 13 ahead, yes. And when DST kicks in, I'll be 12 ahead. That lady had a dog, walking her dog. But the dog was kind of like just gliding forward. It was a bit scary. I still have my GPS on, I just realized. Just the liquid cooler is left. Nice. Good luck. Maybe they're still filling it with water. Can anyone see Alex over there? If you find a sheep that looks a bit out of place, that's him. It's been a while, right? It's been a while since we farmed. Turn that off. You can still play in Ultra, just with 125. Yeah, it will be worlds apart with 400%. It's going to look so crisp. You have a picture, not very good one. Oops. It's driving on the motorway. I didn't quite get that, Jack. What is a picture? Is that a picture, you mean? Oh, this looks so good. I think we have to take a shot here. A mandatory shot. Yeah, that's the goal. 60 FPS with 400%. As we are on the topic of EVR, you don't see too many videos of it. Yes. Yes, that's correct, Lyko. If you get the Volvo sounds from EVR, it comes with the Volvo FH as well as the Volvo VNL for ATS. But yeah, it's not too famous, I think, because it's payware. It's not as famous because you won't see it in SES forums first. And I guess you won't see it in other mod sites, hopefully. So it's a very limited distribution, and the fact that it's payware is putting a lot of people off. Oh, that looks beautiful. Okay, let's take a shot here. And one showing the sky. Alright, Olafito. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us for a bit. Catch you next time. That one looks fantastic. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Still waiting for Washington. Yeah, same here. Same here. I wonder what they're planning for 1.35. They released an update recently, right? Like something updated in ETS2 for my client, and I think it messed up the SDK. It messed up the logit, the VTC log, VT log calculations, the telemetry and stuff. Because of that update they did a few days ago. So I think SCS is cooking up something already for 1.35. They're implementing it sneakily. A picture of a Fuso, nice. I'll try to take a picture as well. I see a lot of Fusos in here. Some pretty cool ones as well with nice paint jobs. Nothing very fancy, but very sleek. I think you'll like it. I'm just shy to whip out my phone and take a picture of them seeing me. I'm not sure if they will be offended. Canada, please. Alright. Enjoy ult. ETS1 style with no GPS. That's the plan, but not too optimistic about this. You found it came with the VNL sounds after buying it. Yes, it was not there initially. In the first release, it was not there, and then he just updated it. The good thing is when he updates it, he sends the update to all the guys who purchased it. So it's free updates from there on. Okay, I think that's where we're going. Vierdulac. Yeah, however you read that. Fuso fanboy. Catch you in a bit, ult. That sounds so good. I think that's the right way. Yeah. Doesn't really say the name of the road. Like the what do we call it? D8, D9 or something. But it does say the name of the town we're going to. So I think we're still in the right spot here. Pimento cheese, I can imagine. Yeah, you guys are making me hungry. Now we're starting with the food talk again. What time is it anyway? 8 p.m. Wow, okay. Maybe I'm speeding? Yes, I'm speeding. Max retarder. Because I am getting lost. No, we are turning right here. I'm going to believe that this is the right way. Man, this looks so good, doesn't it? If this is the right way at least. We'll see. You also watched the video of the real life truck and the sounds are indeed spot on. That's great to hear. Yeah, that's nice. Most of the sounds from EVR are really like maybe 99% accurate. The only trucks that I find that the people are complaining about are the Scania sounds that he did recently. And it's unfortunate because Scania is one of the most popular trucks out there, right? Especially the next gen. Don't let Scotsman hear that. But yeah, I think it's because it's based on the Ukraine versions, where it has the Euro 5 engine, so it sounds very different. And people are getting put off with that. But I guess that's the truck he has access to, so it's a bit different. There you go. So good on crackers. Cream cheese works as well. We found some like low carb crackers recently. Perfect for our diet. It's a bit expensive, but it's a bit on the pricier side. But at least we can eat some crackers again. Couple it with cheese. All kinds of cheese. What's the speed limit here anyway? And am I on the right track? Let's see. We'll encounter a sign somewhere and then we'll find out if it's the right way. If not, then it's a road trip. We're delivering this to Transinet. There we go, speed limit. Okay, let's stick to 50 then. Now 30, wow, okay. Very slow here. Fine. Is there a speed bump somewhere? No, but there is a tourist spot. So that's why. Whoop. Oh, don't hit those barriers in the middle. Awesome, Jack. Where did you find it? Feel free to join the Discord, guys, if there's anyone new. There's the link. Thanks, Scotsman. We do have a couple of like insider stuff happening in there from time to time, and people just sharing news and whatnot. Now, what's the speed limit? Is it still 50? Is it still 30? Did it change? Who knows? I'll stick to 50. Jack is buzzed today. What was that game you were playing? Kingdom Come or something? Deliverance? It's like a very interesting one. Lots of stories, dialogue, violence, and whatnot. Looks very exciting. He is typing all over the place. You can see Jack's beautiful bedroom. I like the colors. Done like a real interior designer. Very nice taste. Very posh. That's our turn. Thank you for the signs. You need food. I think that's a given. Tunnel de la Vierge. Sounds a bit Spanish, isn't it? The de la. Maybe that's de la Vierge. Who knows? Oh, this is a pretty nice looking tunnel. I love the textures on the tunnel like that. I think we've seen this somewhere. I can't remember which DLC this came from. But it's nice how he's able to combine the different assets, right? I mean, the map size is pretty small. It's only like 10 MB. One of the smallest maps I've seen. Smallest sizes, at least. But so much in it. It's amazing. Ah, welcome. Glad you joined. Thanks, Lyko. Yeah, that's true. I missed her. Is it a her? Is it a she or a he? I did see that you had a horse though. Who was that then? Jadar. Dang it. 80 here. There was a sign below, but it was in French, so I had no idea what it was. Let's just imagine that there was no such sign. You never looked to find out. It was an it. Would never check Pebbles. We never knew. It would forever remain genderless. Oh, looks like this is where we're going. Yeah. La Vierge du Lac. Maybe that's where we should have gone. I don't know, there was no sign. Bucephalus. I have no clue, it sounds like a sickness. Sorry. Bucky for short. The only Bucky I know is the sidekick of Captain America. Probably a generation gap thing. So now where the heck is that building? Alexander the Great's horse. Ah, cool. Okay. Not a generation gap then. A historical reference, which I'm pretty bad at as well, as you guys might have imagined. I think that might have been it. I think we'll have to ask around here. Let's look for... We should have stopped there. Ask that guy. Yeah, well, this is a roundabout, so we can go there. Let's ask around and see where the guy points us to. Bye, Mrs. Clumsy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Does this let him pass? Many generation gap thing. Although that's quite a few, huh? Bye, Mrs. Clumsy. Very nice town, this one. Oi. Don't even think about it. US has roundabouts. Sometimes they do, huh? Surprisingly enough. Okay, maybe you can ask that guy on the left. He seems less preoccupied than that guy. People just going around and around. Yeah, they wouldn't know how to exit. Actually, you know what? This guy looks pretty keen. Hey, bro. How about that guy? Can we ask him? So where is Transnet? Let's check it out. I passed it, indeed. There should have been a turn there. The port. Okay. Excuse me, sir. How do you say that in French? Bonjour. Maybe I won't try at all. I'll just embarrass myself even more. Okay, so it's down there. Actually, we're almost there. That's the port. I think the left side is Transnet. Never uses sir. I am the sir. Diverging diamond. What the heck is that? So that's the port. Transnet should be somewhere there. Okay, I see it. I see it. It's a bit tricky though. How do you get in there? You have to make a U-turn somehow and then reverse onto that, I think. Don't hit anything, please. Thank you. That mirror is absolutely useful. Okay. And we should be able to turn like this, I think. These guys just chilling about. There we go. He has no manners. Yeah, different kind of drop-off. Very unique look. Okay, we managed to make the U-turn, so now we just have to reverse onto that spot. Kind of. And the thing is, I have to watch out for my right. Not sure if I snag anything there. I mean, I guess we'll hear it. Who knows? Okay, let me counter steer a bit. Just enough. Take it slow. Even it out. And voila! That wasn't so hard. Thank goodness there was enough space in there. You drive on the left through it and do a double crossover to go back on the right side. I think I imagined that. Is that something that exists in the US? Is that in any map mod yet? That would be nice to drive in. I can imagine it, but I don't think I'm looking forward to it. GG. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky. Cool. How about we take a longer trip? That one. 145 hours. I guess we can drive all the way in the evening. We can sleep somewhere, although we might get late, but fine. Hey Kelly, you made it. Thanks. Yeah, I don't recall seeing one in ETS yet. I don't think it's been implemented yet. Maybe there's a technical limitation. I don't know how complex it is. I would like to try it though. It's better to get confused virtually than in real life. So we have 16 tons of Atlantic cod fillet. Smells fishy in here. And we're taking it through the... Oh, that one. I think I want to stop there. We can stop there in Monte. So there is a left turn somewhere. So basically, we go exit on the main road. On that same roundabout, we turn right. And then we turn right again towards the highway N1. And then we find the exit going to Monte. The names are always evading me. There's an exit left, turning left towards that point. And then we should be there. Kind of. We'll see. Where are we going again? Forgot everything already. No, I think I have a slight idea. Drove from Greece through Turkey and into southern region the other day. Nice. Did it get logged? How long was it? Cool road connection. So that was Turkey. Ooh, which map modes did you have enabled? YKS Turkey? Pro mods? And then southern region. Hope I don't snag anything there. Have you brought any sandwiches? No food for you. Set up in part of Oregon. Yield to the left. I think I remember that. Yes, I think I remember driving through that. Yeah. I think I got lost there when I... Is that like an exit ramp which had that diverging, changing lane, confusing kind of thing? I think I kind of remember. They're more common in Rocky Mountain states in your experience. One of them in Wyoming. Nice. You have about 40 and none of them are pro mods. Nice. Look at you exploring. Okay, leaving the city. That's where we're going. Monteal. That's going southwards right here. I'll go and make one in a minute. Make me one too. Can you send it via Twitch? That would be amazing. Yes, I remember, Tom. Thanks. Yeah, that was an exciting one, although I think I screwed it up completely, but it was quite an interesting junction. I remember asking about it and getting totally confused. Don't blame me for food, Tom. It's always food, Tom. Can't you fly here and pick it up? I can fly over it, but landing is a totally different topic. Man. Explain. Oh yeah, yes. One more update about Explain. So remember we were trying to download something last stream? I forgot what you call it. UHD pack or something? Some high-res textures of of Tenerife. I tried it. Apparently it finished downloading after the stream. And then I downloaded some more, like Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura, so the nearby islands. And I'm flying over it and it's so high res. It's amazing. It is pretty addicting, I admit. So I think my hard drive space will be eaten alive soon. I think I only have around 60 gigs left. might need to buy a new hard drive. Does anyone know if you can like store the sceneries in a different hard drive, but the game itself is still in the SSD, sorry. What is the speed limit here? I guess 70. You want some Taco Bell. Train for Scotsman. And the next gen for Scotsman. Balances it out. You have to use Romania extended and rescaled Turkey to get the road connection to southern region. So Turkey to southern region, is it? Cool. Okay, it's 70 here. This looks like there's something up ahead. You're not hungry when you sleep. A 737 Southwest Airlines jet. Yeah, I think it will be a while since before I can fly those humongous commercial planes. I'm trying to take it step by step. Another train. Aren't they too close to each other? Oh, almost hit the rails there. Well, maybe the signals are like that apart. You think you're good with HDD with the new PC? Yeah, SSD is quite addicting, especially when you have games with humongous load times. But I guess another train. Wow, it's a very trainy place. This is the construction area that the sign was warning about. I'm not sure if it's for explain it's essential to get an SSD. That's a very good idea, Alex. I think that might work. Because the game would see it as a normal directory, right? Cool. Because I have a hard drive that I use for storing my recordings. So maybe I can use that in the meantime. Just delete more recordings. It's 4 terabytes, so there should be a bit of space in there. Yeah, and then I can make symbolic links if in case I don't make it work. I'll check it out. But it's so addicting downloading these and just flying anywhere you want. I saw even something for Singapore. Someone made the Changi airport and the surrounding areas, made it super detailed and stuff. Hopefully I don't miss my turn. Krispy Kreme donuts. That's bad for me, but maybe I can cheat a little. Doesn't it cause any lag, Alex, when foggy weather is on the hard drive? You find the bigger planes easier to fly. 747 is a big strange when you land. Okay. As the cockpit is so high up, you still think you have to touch down. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Trains again. Yeah, this is a train country. Her typing is so bad. Please, her typing. Playing FS19. Not anytime soon, unfortunately. I am completely enthralled by Flight Sim, and I want to learn so much about it. I think I'm going to focus on Flight Sim for the next few weeks at least, on our Wednesday streams. It's just a completely new world out there. It's so interesting to learn. I'm also trying to practice my nose up when landing, as Jay always advises. Oh, and by the way, yes, I downloaded the plugin recommended by Thaddeus. Wait a minute, is this the left turn that we were looking for? That's not our way. Gavroche. I think it's that one. No, that one. Montel. There was the sign there. Okay. it's a good thing this is a roundabout. It's perfectly legal to do this, right? And then we exit on that side. There you go. Thank goodness for these signs. No lag. Cool. You have foggy weather in hard drive too, but the mods in SSD and the game in HDD too. No lag. Cool. So it's really just the loading time that is affected by the when you keep things on the hard drive. Yeah, I was worried that the streaming in terms of loading things as you're driving might get affected, but thankfully that's not the case. There we are. This is the left turn we were looking for. Just don't hit me, thank you. That skybox would make a great screenshot. That is a very good point, and this bridge would even make an even greater one, right? So I think we combine the two. Good catch. Isn't that the volcano we almost flew into? I still remember the clouds. The clouds were a mess. Almost got us into trouble. Jack show you that he can start a tractor in combines. Yeah, I think he knows how to do it now. He's learned that trick. It's a bit of a Rohan shot, but the sky more than makes up for it. Yeah, that definitely works. We just need to remove the blur. And take one shot from here. Can I not go through the railing? Okay, maybe not. Don't go too low, we won't see the sky. Maybe go a bit wider. Just a tad. That works. And I'll take one super drone shot from the plane. Just for completeness. Goodness. Foggy weather. You'll never live that down if it's a pink truck. Yeah. It's one of the memorable moments. There's a farm sim coming out where you can rehab farms, fix farm equipment, and actually grow stuff too. Ooh, so there's a bit of a mechanic aspect in there. Shame. 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 Have you reached that point, Jack, in Game of Thrones? I remember you were starting in the first season. So I think, if I remember correctly, we have to turn right. There's a garage we can buy, and then we can sleep there. What game? You finished it. Nice. Good job. You're perfect timing, right? Almost out the last season. Are you turning right? Yes, you are. Jeopardy All-Star stuff. The questions there are so hard. Okay, I think this is the one. Car 4 is here. Where's the garage though? Farm and Fix 2020. Wow, it's 2020 already. Really, look at that. Nearly impossible tonight. Oh crap, is it a dead end? Mr. Hot Dog is here. All the way from... Isn't that guy from ATS? Didn't know he moved to Europe. But it's promised to be out this year. Nice. We'll have to check it out for sure. Now thankfully I can go straight here. Beyond the borders thanks to the foggy weather subtle icons. But I don't think they will find a U-turn somewhere. The road will just cut off. So I don't think it's a good idea overall. Give me hot dog. Jumps out and runs after the giant hot dog. There's no Jadar there at all. Yeah. Can't find any Jadar there at all. Illegal U-turn incoming. Saved up all his money as a hot dog spokesperson, bought a flat in Europe. And he took the same job because he liked it so much. Ow! What the heck did we hit? Maybe the curb? I don't know, probably. And the cop was just watching us. What the heck is this guy doing? It's a dead end. Exactly. So where the heck is the garage? I think I made the wrong turn somewhere. Let me turn right on the roundabout. Now's your chance, Jack. Here he is. Walking alone in a pretty dark alley. Looks so much like Farming Dynasty. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So many farming games. Farm sims are really nice, aren't they? They just require so much time investment that you can practically cannot play anything else aside from it. It's rare that you can just like spend 30 minutes, do a job or something, and then it's over. It's a bit incomplete if you just do it that short. Enjoy, Jack. The rabbit is here again. And I think I missed the garage totally. Where the heck is it? Wait a minute. Alright, I got it. So we took a different exit altogether. We were supposed to go through here, if you guys remember. N1, go straight and then turn left. Here, right? And then turn right somewhere. But apparently, I took a different exit because the roundabout said so. I went left here, turned right there. So I actually should have turned right at the end there. Interesting. Interesting. Turn right? I think that was a very small road though, wasn't it? Now how do we turn around? Ouch. Castle flipper. Is there such a thing? Plane mechanic sim. I think I might do one more episode at least, and then we'll see. Yeah, there are so many games lining up. People are asking when is the next episode for PC building sim, for tourist bus simulator. Just cannot spend it all or make videos for them all. I'll have to choose eventually, but maybe we can ramp them down little by little. You go down to 5 or 13. I'm a bit OCD when it comes to that. When it hits around 50%, I want to charge it already. Sometimes I don't have a choice though. That isn't the case anymore, Ult. That was the old philosophy of using it up completely and then charging it. But I think that was mainly for nickel cadmium batteries. For lithium ion, it's basically just making sure that the battery is getting used and recharged in a normal cycle. I know that's illegal, but who's checking? Yeah. Because I was a bit paranoid about that as well, because I was hearing the using up the battery, so I looked it up. So now I think the ideal is around 30 to 80%, just making it dance around that point. But it's not really important. I think the important thing is you just keep charging it, so that the, what they call it, ions, some the things flow in the battery. You charge it when it gets to 60. Yeah, I'm more of like that as well. Same is true for lithium batteries. Don't let them tell you any different. Oh, do you mean the using up fully? Ah, that's completely different from what I've read. But that's always been a huge point for debate, especially when the smartphones started coming out. That skybox, it is amazing, isn't it? Did die last night to 9%. Good one. Can get the memory too, just not as bad as NICADs, nickel cadmiums. I heard that it's okay not to fully drain it, but they did recommend to drain it still from time to time just to refresh the memory, I think, or whatever you call that. This is the right way, right? And then turn right at the end, I think. Plane mechanic. No, not yet. Not yet. We're giving it at least one episode and seeing from there. Hey, super. You made it, man. Just in time to see Mr. Hot Dog there. I guess this is the right turn that he was talking about. A super small road that I should fit myself into. Usually end up leaving your phone on the charger for hours after it's 100%. Yeah, same with me. They say it should be fine, since they have mechanisms for that now. So I don't think it's such a bad thing. Yeah. What is the point of technology if they can't find a decent way so that you can leave it on safely? What is worse is draining your lithium battery and then not charging it. Ah, there you go. Yeah. So in general, I think you just charge whenever you need to. You can optimize it, but I mean, it's too much hassle at the end of the day. Just charge it when you need it. Yeah. Keep it simple. This is going to be problematic. Not quite, we made it. Nice. And it's starting to rain. Now where the heck is the garage? I think this is the farm game that Alex was saying. Okay, so where's that thing? Yeah, it's over here. Very small roads here. Explosion and fire, ouch. The Note 7 had a problem about its batteries, right? The Samsung Galaxy Note 7. And this sign had a problem as well. It's a bit in the way. So, and I'm not sure what the problem was, but it was so bad they had to really prohibit it from boarding the planes. They had explicit signs saying if you had the Note 7, you have to tell us, so we can do something about it. I don't know what they do. Maybe they leave it on the ground or something. I don't know. Turn it off. Hey, Kaso. Didn't know you dropped by. Or was that your first message? Thanks for joining, man. And good night. Thank you for dropping by. We're buying it, but we're not sleeping here yet. We're sleeping inside. Rip sign. Renault dealer, just for Scotsman there. Rip the trailer's paint. Oh yeah, that's true. Man, I blame the small roads. Your Galaxy S2 from 2012 is still running. Oh, nice. Yeah, they don't want to do that anymore. Having replaceable batteries. Because they want people to keep on buying new phones. So they kind of integrate the batteries, right? Make it very hard to replace it. Because you don't really need a new phone nowadays. The old one will do just fine. It's mainly the battery that's the problem. Where the heck is the... Didn't trigger the rest area. That was weird. Apple. I was an Apple fan before, and I've been reading the discussion on the Discord. I was an Apple fan until around iPhone 4, I think. And then at that point, I was like, can it not do this? Can it not do this? And then I started exploring. And Android could do all that stuff I wanted. And so I switched and never looked back. I even had the MacBook. I bought a MacBook. I was an Apple fan for a time. And then I don't want this anymore. This is too difficult to use because I was so used to Windows. Samsung Galaxy, yeah, same here. What am I hitting? Oh, the trailer is hitting the bollard. That's a bollard, right? I think. Yeah, Samsung's actually nice. It's improved a lot through the years. Removed a lot of its bloatware. Makes it more sleek and streamlined, the apps. But yeah, to each his own. Maybe I should remove my trailer or something. Yeah, I also like Samsung. For a time, they made the best cameras. Nowadays, I think there's a lot of serious competition, but yeah, I'm still very happy with the Samsung camera. Okay, I guess I'm a bit stuck right now. Samsung copies other phone manufacturers. Yeah, well, it's always... That's how the industry goes. You copy the best practices, market it as a revolutionary thing, and you earn the big bucks. Okay, still no rest area spot, and now we're stuck. That's a good deal. Maybe let's get out of here. Okay, there you go. Let's move more to the right. Dear Pauly, sorry about your paint job. We're in the garage anyway, so you can just paint over it again. There we go. Still not here though. Oh, there is nothing here apparently. Maybe that's why. No, but I see a sign. Yeah. Goes quiet now. Ah, there you go. Oh, it works. Yeah, just different, very different points of view, I guess. You can't avoid that. Android has the best quality when taking pictures, without a doubt. iPhone does a very decent job as well. But yeah, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for more color, better low light conditions and whatnot. There we go. Now we can reverse. Attach. And go. They did. So Pro Mods did fix the pink buildings, I think. I read that from their latest 2.33 update. That's one of the items in the changelog, if I remember correctly. And I guess here in this map in particular, MyGodness also made sure to update, I guess, and not use the ones with the pink stuff. Oh, SKRS was the one who fixed it. Okay, so I mixed up the updates. It wasn't Pro Mods. Okay. I read it for sure in a changelog. I cannot remember if it was SKRS or Pro Mods. Thanks for the correction. So that was one of the updates in the recent thing that in ETS2. Because there was like a few MB update a few days ago. And the VT log says that's the one which ruined their SDK for logging the jobs. There's something wrong with the fuel consumption metric now or something like that. Promos also made sure to fix it too on both ends. Okay, that's good. There you go. One update behind ETS2 in terms of numbers. Yeah, I get confused as well. I have to like load it in my brain first, and then I have to remember that it's one number lower. But they'll either catch up to each other eventually, and they'll grow apart eventually again anyway. So it should be much easier to remember. Hey, Silver! Silver with a silver badge. You made it. How are you, man? I was stuck on the yellow pole, that's true. Sorry, I read that late. 70 on this narrow road. That's a bit scary. I do like these sneaky roads though. Looks like you found a secret. That's how it feels like, at least. If I don't slow down, we'll end up in the ditch there, in the river. Just woke up. Nice. Bollard it is. Very nice looking mountain there. Really reminds me of our flight. Proper tricky driving. Yellow pole sounds so wrong. Of course it sounds so wrong for you. Okay, where should we be going now? That's the question. Wrong in lots of ways. That looks a pretty interesting road. We have to turn right though, but we can go there, yeah. For a bit more excitement. Yes, okay. And then we turn left towards Boborg. Okay, this looks pretty violent, but we'll see. We'll try it out. Okay, no one here. We're good. Check the map. Yeah, just did. Maybe that's a bit of a chat delay there. Quotable quotes from Clumsy. Perfect. It is based in France, but it's not. I mean, I think the assets, the junctions are maybe French, the signs, but I don't think the places are reflective of any real areas at all. So it's up to MyGodness's imagination. Wow, this is getting pretty steep. Yeah, I'm not sure if there are real life references aside from using the same assets and environments as France. Boborg. No GPS challenge, oh no. I think the GPS is the least of our worries right now. I think first we have to get through this pretty windy track here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I don't think we're going there. I think we're going straight. ETS1 style, yeah. Did ETS1 have no GPS at all? That sounds scary. So yeah, I was wondering about the pixelated skyboxes. If you guys ever encounter it, there might be a fix with the climate files. That's what I was reading on the SCS forums. If Kirill is watching this, what do you think? He'll probably know what that means. Oh crap, we almost fell off the cliff there. I think we have to take a photo somewhere, but maybe let's try here. Let's see. It had one, just not like ETS2. Going straight is certainly one exciting yellow pole. Oh no. This is escalating quickly. That one I really like. Oh, I forgot the mod which allows you to go outside the normal boundaries for the camera, I think. Which angle would it look better from? Let's take one from both, why not? ETS1. I should, yeah. Not a very nostalgic person though. I have sometimes the opinion to keep the old great stuff in the memory so it retains its beauty. Because sometimes when you start playing it again, you remember all these good things, and when you start getting into it, wow, this sucks. Because your standards have increased. Yeah, so I kind of am have a bit of reservation when it comes to going back to things. There are always exceptions though. GTA 5 for PC for that same reason. You know, I've never played GTA 5. I think the last GTA I played was... Did I even play 4? 3 for sure I played. San Andreas, Vice City, the old school ones. I'm not even sure if I played 4. That's how long ago I played those games. Yeah, 3 was a real classic. 18 Wheels of Steel. Oh, that's an old game, huh? Oh no. Are we going left or right, guys? Do you guys remember? I think we're going left. I don't know. Left. I might regret this. We go left. Okay, good memory. Thank you. Right. Straight. Straight and right. Up. I think that's a different sim. Used to play it all the time. Down. There we go. Now it's complete. Backwards. There's no one recommending backwards. Thank you for following and welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi to us in chat so we can all greet you. Give you a proper welcome. Backwards. There we go. Now it's complete. Diagonal. What heading? Okay. Reminds you of Hyacinth Bouquet. When Richard drove the car in several directions. I'm not familiar what that is. Under. Is that a movie? Sounds scary, moving in all those directions. Go over a car and upside down. That sounds painful. Over. It's like what we did in the near the end of the silent trucking episode. Over a car. I mean, it's not the submarine brand though. Isn't it? Well, I thought it was. TV show called Keeping Up Appearances. Jack remembers it. So, from when was this TV show? Was it somewhere in the 80s? What are you eating now? That's a good question. Ooh, I wonder where that's going. Is that supposedly where we were going? I hope not. That might have been a secret road though. Went over a car in Barcelona video near the dip. Yeah, I think that's the one. Was it? I think so. Oh yeah, that's the one. Not in the silent trucking one. Yeah, that was in the Pro Mods Valencia to Barcelona video. That's right, Tom. It was a great show. You can see the people reacting. Have a certain demographic. Let's leave it at that. Crumpets with Bramley jam. Oh, now I'm hungry. I'm not saying anything. Has anyone bought Metro Exodus? That sounds familiar. Isn't that the one that Jack's playing? Or is that just Metro? You bought ETS solely for MP trucking. How are you liking it? Are there a lot of players in MP? In ATS? Okay, there's no traffic light, just a random road sign, random road work here. You've got a whole box set of Keeping Up Appearance. Subway Simulator. What is that? Planning lines? Subway lines? Or really like operating a train in the subway? Oh, that's a nice view, isn't it? Let's take a shot here. I think that one would be nice. The quote-unquote photo studio. I think we have our thumbnail, guys. The photo studio in Explain is, I think, my favorite. Even though it doesn't have the field of view and other stuff, it's just so easy to use. You can pause the game from the same menu. You don't have to press escape or something. It's very user-friendly and very maneuverable as well. I like it. You can also unpause the game with it. With that angle, right? I think I take one more shot. From here, maybe? It's kind of hard. Train subway. Ooh. That one works for me as well. Too many games hype. Jay will be able to relate. Yeah. He's waiting for his new PC to complete. Like that. Alright. Have a good one, Kelly. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you next time. Enjoy Farm Sim. You're waiting for a certain YouTuber to post his review on it. He got very sick. Oh my goodness. Ah, I see. Hope he recovers soon. Who is the guy? Maybe we know him. A new free version of the Mexicans map. Oh, has it been released already? Nice. Yeah, I saw that post. They were going to release the free versions soon. Thankfully that has arrived. Mapped. Worth a buy. Ah, I think I know that channel. I think I've seen some video recommendations from that channel. Yeah, I hope he recovers soon. Tomorrow. Ah, okay, cool. It's perfect timing. Can you remind me again, Jay? What kind of specs did you get for your new PC? I'm so excited for you. I can imagine how excited you are. Can't wait for that liquid cooler to arrive. What is the speed limit here? Going to have the same GPU. Awesome. An RTX 2080, was it? Or is it 2070? I forget. Ah, there we go, 2070. Oh crap. Why is there a roadwork right here near the bollard? I don't think we can even fit in there. Must be a random event conflict with this place. Why would you do something like this, right? Just to cause an accident. There you go. You actually can fit. Nice. The 2070 is equivalent to the power of the 1080 or 1080 Ti. I remember I was thinking of which one, or if I was going to buy something before. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would have been so nice. Only thing is it cuts off. Yeah, too bad. Oh crap. Max retarder. Tap on the brakes. Make sure we don't fall. We don't do a free fall in here. Bucket of doom. That's what it was. Precisely 22 hours, 26 minutes. The free update of Mexican maps. Awesome. Timer starts now. Bit more powerful than a 1080, but less than a 1080 Ti. Nice. Right in between. And you have the RTX capabilities. How many games use that right now? One? Yeah, I guess it's only a matter of time. It is the future. What config would I like to know? I guess which parts you got aside from the GPU. 2070. 5% faster than a 1080. It's basically a 1080 Ti with 3 GB less VRAM and with ray tracing. Ah, there you go. Man, that is amazing. Did I miss my stop? I hope not. Nope, I cheated. Forgot. All of it. Was that a 10% grade there? Thank goodness for our retarder. 128 gig RAM. Didn't even know RAM could reach that high. Are you doing some kind of in-memory computing thing? Like your OS would be inside your memory. Goodness. Phew. Threadripper 16 core, 32 threads. Nice. Now that's going to be a monster. Speeding offense. Dang it. I think that guy followed me. Okay, this is our turn. Boborg. Could possibly stream in 4K. Yeah, streaming, he would have no problem at all, huh? That is amazing. How high does the clock speed go on those things? Monster PC you have there. Even I'm excited. How much more you? Twitch doesn't allow it. Not yet. Maybe you can go back to YouTube. Does YouTube allow it? Massive chat delays though, I guess. Road narrows, I think. I think your MSI Gaming X1080 is about as fast as 2070. Ah, I see. Yeah, I was thinking of getting a 1080 before, or a 2070. And then in the end, I decided against it. Not sure why I did that. Massive bridge. Incoming. Ironically, your 2070 is OC to 2070 megahertz. Closer to 1080 Ti. Cool. That GPU must have a pretty beefy cooler. In my case, I don't think I would benefit so much from a better GPU. I think I would benefit better with a higher clock speed CPU. That's usually where I get my bottlenecks, where I fall in FPS, especially in the cities. Bobor. Oh, as always, French pronunciation is beyond me. It's a bit dark, but goodness, that sun. It's tilted a little for a bit of drama. Yeah, that one works. That one works. I have a Ryzen 5 1600. Ryzen 5 1600. I think I have a B350 motherboard, and it's overclocked. The CPU is overclocked to around 3.725 megahertz. Take one like that. So not as high as the Intel ones. Thinking that you'll just keep 64 gig and get Oculus for that price. Yeah, I would like to have VR stuff as well, but yeah, I don't have space either. Physical space. Really only good for racing games and simulators. You don't need to read dials and small text. Yeah, I would like to try VR, mainly for the Rail Valley. It looks pretty good for VR. But yeah, it's not yet mainstream, especially not in simulators. Flying XP11 in VR is very immersive, but the dials are hard to read. Ah, I see. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with Rack IR at the moment. I just want a better CPU in terms of clock speed. We are here, but where do we go? To the right, I guess. Yeah, VR in Elite. Yes, that's exactly it. That's true. Also Subnautica. Those two, I would imagine, are really immersive. Oh, 2700X with X470 Mobo. Ah, yes. Yeah. The second gen Ryzen though, I said that right now, right Jay? Jay is very particular about that. The second gen Ryzen has a better boost, this precision boost 2.0 or something they call it. So they can increase the clock speeds higher as needed, as long as the temps don't go over. Z390 chipset. 4.8 gigs. Goodness, that's 1,000, more than 1,000 more than mine. Yeah, much better for Sims. But the Ryzen is not bad at all. It's a very good balance between gaming and productivity. Mine is up to somewhere around 4.2. Yeah, I was also thinking about upgrading to 2600 before. Remember that time when Mrs. Clumsy wanted a new necklace during Christmas? Or that hair dryer, that fabulous hair dryer. So I was thinking of what upgrade I wanted to get. And is this ours, Trado? Yes, this is the one. And I was thinking if I was going to get a GPU or a CPU. And I was thinking of getting from a Ryzen 5 1600 to a 2600. But everyone said it was such an incremental update, as how do you call it, side grade, that it wasn't worth it. And so I didn't push through with it. I just bought a cooler and just overclocked my current CPU. Bought a custom CPU cooler. So I get to save a lot and then just upgrade next time when there's really a need or something cool comes out, like a 3rd gen Ryzen. The more cores you have, the clock speed needs to be kept lower. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's why it's not so good for gaming, unfortunately. This should be pretty easy parking. You'll need to have 2 PSU if the clock speed goes higher. My goodness, 2 PSU. Monster PC. Ryzen is better for recording, yes, editing, rendering, stuff like that. Productivity stuff. And multi-threaded games, like Subnautica. Let's see, is there something going south? Go south, please. I want to explore these parts. Remember, we mentioned that clock speed on JStream, and he enlightened you that you don't need to run your CPU at that frequency all the time. Kenjan is just the turbo boost speed. Ah, yes, true. So it ramps up as necessary, huh? Makes a lot of sense. Compared to an 8-core i7 or i9 4GB. It's actually the best for gaming. Which one, Jay? Better than the Intel can offer. 1000 watt PSU. But isn't there an Intel that goes up to like 5.2 gigahertz rather? I would think that was the best for gaming. For Sims at least. I want to go through south, but there's nothing here. Maybe we can find something else. Hate to see that power bill. Money is just paper for Jay. Really? There we go. There we go. That's something we can go with. What else? That's the only one. Okay, let's get that then. That did not do well in gaming. Oh, why not? That's interesting. I would have thought high clock speeds would rule the gaming world. What made it different? I remember someone in the stream had that setup. I can't remember who it was, but he was saying it was amazing. Yeah, Threadripper I think is best overall. Like that. And let me turn on the GPS. Just so we don't have to keep on guessing. There we go. Hill climb killed your fuel. 54.94. RIP. Is it time for tequila shot? Oh, made the wrong turn here. Should we fuel up? Not really necessary. Because the mileage is so low, it barely does a dent on the fuel. Because of the 1:1-ness. Okay. But I'm really looking forward to the 3rd gen. I think mid-year they're planning to release something. That's probably when I'll upgrade. And Mrs. Clumsy is starting to eye the fancy hairdryer again because it ran out of stock. That's why I didn't go hardcore upgrade, because she didn't get what she wanted, so I didn't want her to feel bad. Like I would upgrade and then she would get nothing. So I held off on it. But I think the hairdryer is getting on stock again. So I think it's almost time for me to upgrade too. We'll see. And hopefully by that time the 3rd gen is out. The i9 is essentially trash. It's overpriced, still uses an old architecture. Part of the 7th gen Intel consumer grade CPUs. But if you compare, let's say, a Threadripper with an i7 that goes up to 5 point something gigs, so like an overclocked i7, then theoretically the i7 would do better, right? Just for gaming, for that sole purpose. Is that an accurate statement? "23 kilometers, 58 minutes. That sounds very familiar. It's like Manila driving. 20 kilometers, 2 hours. That is perfect. Right up my alley. What is that? American Ninja kind of thing? Or a giant abacus or something? i9 is useless for gaming. Yeah. Alright, for gaming, yes, that would work better. But it's not only gaming that we do most of the time, right? Overclocked i7 and non-OC Threadripper. Except the price of i7 would be higher. Oh, that would be interesting. So in terms of clock speeds, they are the same. So the Threadripper can reach around 5 gigahertz as well. Or does somehow the gigahertz do not matter? I thought it was the main number to look at when you're looking at performance for simulations, for example, simulators which only use a single thread. Here we go. And then the recruitment agency is there. Perfect. Gigahertz don't matter. How come? I'm probably missing something, because I thought they were always the biggest factor. At least in my case, that is the biggest factor. I'm bottlenecked by the limit in my clock speed. Oh, rip. I think that guy was our victim. No, I mean, if graphics card is not a the throttle, the bottleneck. So if you have a very powerful graphics card, then CPU would be the bottleneck theoretically, and so I would think a higher clock speed would perform better. Hey gato. Yeah, no worries man, no worries. Hey goals. Did you and Gato go somewhere? Arriving at the same time, cool. Welcome back. You guys made it. Thank you. Thank you for joining. According to the benchmarks, Threadripper 299 TWX in game mode gets 40 FPS less than a stock i5 9600 when paired with the same GPU at 1080p, and 50 FPS less than a 9600K at 5 GHz. I'm trying to absorb that. In game mode, okay. Even an i5? EVR, yes. EVR for sure. The beautiful switches, right? Cannot understand more than 32 threads. Well, I mean, for gaming, you cannot really maximize your threads anyway, right? I mean, I only have how many? 12 threads? And I think only one matters, or maybe two at most, for trucking. That's why I was thinking always clock speed is king when it comes to gaming. At least for Sims. Loving it, Gato. Really loving it. Unable to handle that many threads. 12 threads, you mean? What do you mean? I mean, the game itself is not able to handle multiple threads. So why would you need... Why would it be a Windows limitation? I would have thought it was a game limitation. Yeah, exactly. I'm along with what Ult is saying. Yeah, we might be talking about different topics here. I think there is a disconnect. Where are we going? 3 minutes away, okay. It doesn't sound like it, Jay. Because I'm referring to what if a game, let's start from the beginning, a sim is only able to handle or use one thread. Does it matter if Windows can only see 8 threads? If the game can only see 1? Or it can only use 1 rather? Those numbers are not accurate, by the way, but that's just theoretical. So unless you're streaming and using a PC for more than gaming, an i5 is much better value than a Threadripper. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, because most of the time you tend to use your PC for more than just gaming anyway. Threadripper is really great value for money. Just not best for gaming alone. And I really hope that the 3rd gen changes that. Unless I'm missing something, of course, which it seems like. You only need 1 thread to mend the rip. That's true. That's true. If it's just single thread, it will perform the same on both Intel and AMD if they have the same clock speed, right? But Intel has higher clock speed because it has fewer threads. And that's mostly the case with the Sims. That's why I hate it. Because it's not able to utilize all the threads of a Ryzen. Single thread performance on a Fan i5-9600K is much better than TR's. Right. That's what I know as well. And I really hope it changes with 3rd gen. They are, from what I remember, the previews for the 3rd gen Ryzen, they're really boasting that they can, how do you say, they are beating the top of the line Intel, but that's in multi-threaded computations, I think. So something that Ryzen has always been good at. But I haven't seen yet what the single core performance is like. Okay, let's see. So I'm not really familiar with Threadripper. What is the difference between the two? 2990WX or 2950X? Is that the number of threads? Let's load up first before we reroute. Zen Plus is way better than any Intel chip at multi-core performance. I definitely agree there. So for productivity, hands down, winner. But for me personally, since I'm mostly a gamer, I'm really interested in the single core performance as well. And well, do you know how X-Plane behaves? Does it make use of multiple threads? Because when I was playing, I was trying to look at it. It seemed like it was using multiple threads. But I've heard that most Sims use only a single one, so I'm a bit confused. Maybe I just didn't see the usage correctly. Maybe it's multi-threading up to a point only, but it still has like that single main thread that it uses. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that Nokia 9900. That was the first thing that also came to my mind, Jay. How you had that smaller screen in front, and then when you opened it, you had that keyboard and the bigger screen. Exactly like how Samsung has it now, just in a smartphone environment. Ew, we can go there, or we can take this one, actually. That looks pretty interesting. Go through there as well. There you go. Longer way through. Oh, that sounds a bit scary though. But we survived Mexico Extremo, so hopefully this isn't as hardcore. $2950X. Explain does from your experience. Ah. Does use multiple threads much better than any other flight sim. That's good news. Refuse to even acknowledge that other cores exist. But, okay, there's a caveat. I like that. So at least my Ryzen is able to help a bit with that. It's typically compared to games with awful core performance. Ah, I see. I see. So I guess for flight sims it's good. Just don't compare it to real multi-threaded games. But that's good news. Oh, come on. Really? Stopping there? Well, you know what you're getting. See ya. Free U-turn. Care of Clumsy. Can go this way now. Who the heck stops that close to a truck? Well, I guess I should be thankful she stopped at all and didn't ram into my paint job full, like head on. Oh man, a bike. XP11 really is the most modern option for a flight sim, and when they move to Vulkan API it will be much better. Is that going to happen anytime soon? I'm not sure if you were here when I was telling the story ult. I was trying a new plane suggested by Thaddeus. I think they say it's the best freeware small plane. The Robin 401 or something like it. Looks very good. I've only tested it for a few minutes, so I haven't really tried it out, but it seems like most of the concepts are similar to the Cessna. Like there is a battery, avionics switch, engine on. The fuel is a bit different though. Like the fuel, you don't have that choke anymore. I guess maybe it's an, I don't know, maybe it uses an injection instead of a carburetor or something. So maybe you don't need that anymore. Link explains why Windows doesn't do well on 2990 and 2970X. But good thing there's a fix, right? An undocumented bug. It's an amazing plane, and it has the F-mod sounds, so you get 3D audio. Ooh. It is a diesel plane, so you have different fuel. Ah, okay, so different style together. Nice. Thanks. They said back in 2017 Vulkan would be right around the corner. Still waiting for it. I see. A very nice ancient looking tree here. And this looks very French for some reason. I guess the assets used are from France DLC. I think I want to take a photo in this tree. This seems like I'm causing a bit of traffic in there. How do we take a nice shot here? I think I can see. It's not as dramatic as I would have hoped. Maybe let's check it from below here. That can work. Can work somehow. Ah, this one is better actually. Revenci? Somebody updated the Tesla truck. Let's turn on the music again. For a change. Can you get it high enough? I think I have a limit because I forgot to enable the mod. That's Alex's favorite right there. We all know what he's driving over the weekend. About time. Fuso or Tesla, Jack? That will be a hard question for you. Six by 4 vacuum cleaner. That's a good tagline. The biggest vacuum cleaner you can't afford. Oh, this is a very different scene, huh? From the highway driving we've been doing last week. This can be quite a relaxing drive. First time I saw a Clumsy trucker on the road. I don't think we have a very big exposure to this market. Very beautiful indeed. Even the bends here are a bit more friendly. Maybe MyGodness just doesn't like too unfair bends. We'll see. The worst is still to come though, I think. Yeah. They're quite different, aren't they? Like, normally that would make me tip over already, but in this map, I'm fairly confident to stick to the limits. Like if it's an 80 speed limit, I'm confident I can stick to 80 the entire time. Don't have to like brake or watch out for upcoming bends because I'm sure the bends will be supporting that speed limit. What is this? Under construction. Yeah. Hey, turn left and right. Amazing. Yes, look at that. Jay, do you render your videos? And how long does it take now? I bet that would be an exciting test, huh? Like seeing how fast they are after the Threadripper. Goodness. Super exciting to think about it. Hope MyGodness will join Promotes one day because the work in France is dead. Yeah, I guess they're pretty much happy with the state that the DLC is in, and they're focusing on other areas at the moment, maybe. I kind of would like him to join ProMods, but also kind of not, just so he can continue on working on his map here. It's a bit selfish. Ah, okay. So it's the same, yeah. I hardly do any rendering as well. "32 threads, my goodness." How fitting you mentioned the Robin. Robin aircraft is located in France. Ah, nice. We should fly there next week. Maybe I can find some sceneries. The Garmin G1000 is a very popular set of avionics, and most modern planes offer a version with either that or the classic 6-pack gauges. Perfect. So I can probably learn more about that. I saw that actually there is an official manual from X-Plane for that, and I'm starting to study it so I don't fumble around as much next week. It's a bit technical, the manual, but it's very illustrative. Teaches you each and every button. The roads are good, but they don't know how inaccurate the cities. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, you probably will not notice unless you're really from there. Honestly, very smooth turns. Yes, I like it too. It's super relaxing. It's perfect for me because I don't know how to gauge the bends so much. Like this one. That one was very tricky. Yeah, if I stuck to 80 there, I would probably have tipped over. So that one was, I think, the first bend I encountered that was a bit too violent. I think there should have been like a speed limit change there. Only thing is you record at 15,000 bitrate with the new PC. Nice. Yeah, super crisp indeed. YouTube would take some of that off, but still, it would be much better. They prefer rebuild already rebuilt parts. A third of France is base ETS2 map. They haven't. Let me think. Yeah, they only modified the southern part, with the DLC and the connection. Oh, that looks so good, overlooking towns like that. It's a bit foggy though, but rain hype, it does look like it. Still a bit peeking out though, not fully there yet. West and south. What is that road? No. Bollard alert! Okay. Too much sightseeing. Wipers? No. Wipers, fine. We'll try to upscale to 4K by rendering and see if it works or not, just to test. Upscale to 4K. Yeah, you can actually play in 4K already, I think. 4K gaming with a 2070. And with the Threadripper. Goodness. MyGodness, that was close. Now we know why that name was there. You're going to speak his name every time something good or bad happens. Is there an auto wiper in real trucks? Or in real cars? I mean, I'm so old school. It's been a while since I drove a car. And the only cars I drive are from early 2000s. Or maybe even earlier. So I'm not up to date with the technological advancements in cars anymore. What kind of fancy things they come up with. 4K gaming only at 60 Hz. 4K will still be 4K though. It will be super crisp. As long as the textures from the mods you're downloading can support them. I remember Rob from Discord is complaining a lot because some mods don't support it. So he gets like even worse look than if you're doing it at 1080. Alex, you're playing at 4K, right? Is it great with ETS2? 120 or 144. That would be nice. I think you can do it and then still stream at 60. Couldn't it? Like you would see the great refresh rate, but you would just stream at 60 because that's the limit. They have sensors on the windscreen. MAN's windscreen is a sensor. That guy? That one? I thought that was for the automatic stopping in front. At least I think for the Volvo it was that one. Or was it the Merc? I forget. But maybe that's also the wiper sensor now. Sensor for everything. Proximity sensor. 144 Hz. You know, I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to refresh rates. I've never looked at high refresh rate monitors. And so I don't even know if I can distinguish it. Because some people cannot, right? Some people don't. I mean, Mrs. Clumsy doesn't even recognize the difference of a 30 frame with the 60 frames. But so for me, I'm not sure if I can recognize the 60 to 120 or 144. You already have that monitor. So 120 you should be good. Scania and Volvo at least have it on the grill. Ah, okay, I see. So you're already playing at 120 in ETS2 and streaming at 60. So that's possible. That's great then. Yeah, for me, I just have a basic monitor. 60 Hz is the limit for me. Where am I going? For me, it was either 144 or 1440p 60 Hz. You can barely see the difference with the resolution increase, but you can definitely see the difference between 60 and 144 Hz. I see. That's quite interesting. It would be too bad I wouldn't be able to share it though with you guys. The refresh rate. Used to play in 3D when the game came out. You notice a difference for sure. Ah, cool, cool. Maybe that's something I can line up for the future. Hey Rohan, you made it. Made it. How are you, man? Tests done? Doing good, doing good. Doing a lot of debating on PC parts and excited about Jay's new PC coming soon. Let's see, where the heck am I going? That's so confusing. I think I basically have to go through the roundabout and turn left. He was busy on someone else's stream. No worries, no worries. We're not cliquish here. Glad you could join though. Guess I turn left here. No Jadar there. Oh no. There goes Jay. Yeah. Someone's been working out. Literally. The sounds are amazing. I've been waiting for this. So good. I have a mod spotlight video coming out later for the EVR sounds for this truck. The only thing I'm probably missing, and I don't know why it doesn't do it anymore. Let's try to go to the mechanic. I'll show you. Let's check if it's there or not. They are only perfect. That's true. Got to get the sounds. What else did you leave out? You said the RAM, CPU, GPU. I think those are the main parts. You said the monitor. Not this one, next turn. USB ports. Case, yeah, case could work. He's still missing one essential piece. It's a bit of a cliffhanger right now. Just waiting for the cooler. Ah, you built it already. There we go. There we go. Let's go to the mechanic and check it out. The DAF dealer working on an MAN truck. USBs. Nice. Yeah, 12 USBs. I'm sure you'll fill it up though. Right now I'm using up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, around that many because of the sim equipment. So that's perfect. 3 network ports? Cool. That's interesting. Didn't know you would need more than one. Ah, there we go. That was what I was missing. I thought it wasn't there anymore. Perfect. Okay, I was about to say that was the only thing I'm missing. Apparently it's there. With the MAN sounds, he added it to. Thank you, Vasily. 'Cause that's what I really want. Or you can make it a smile if you want. Perfect. 3 ports for M.2 slots. Nice. Yeah. Would be pretty cool, I can imagine. The R440 ones did not have it. Yeah, some trucks didn't, huh? Might have missed it on those. But yeah, we definitely want that here. Do we want to sleep? No, we have a job ongoing. Let's drive through the rain. Cooler Master Trooper SE. I have no clue how that looks like, but I'm guessing it looks pretty cool. Are you more the RGB kind of guy, Jay, or are you more the sleek, like simple black finish? What is your personal preference? I'm more of the non-lighting kind of guy. No RGB, okay, I think we are aligned there. Yeah, same with me. Yeah, because some people really like it fancy. And that's great. I mean, you paid for it, might as well show it off a bit. Just not my cup of tea. Oh crap. Come on, bro. You can stop faster, earlier than that. You like RGB. For you, no RGB unless it's red. Red and black. That fits. Subtle lighting, huh? You can imagine. That's cool. $70, okay. Going to be moving to a newer house this year. Nice. And you can get the space for a new PC. Cool, man. Are you moving places or you're still there where you're at right now? I mean, in the general area, or just a different house? Same state. Ah, I see. Well, good luck. Moving houses is pretty darn complicated with all the logistics stuff, so it will be a lot of work, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. Enjoy. Actually buying a house right now. Wow, you guys. Are you moving areas, Silver? Or also in the same area? Monitor, keyboard, mouse, desk, mousepad, case, CPU, cooler, mobile, GPU, RAM, fan, speakers, webcam, roll, either red, black, or both. Color combination. I have no such thing. No such thought. Although now that I look at it, almost everything is black, which is a pretty safe color. Nothing fancy. Congrats, Silver. Yeah, stay in same area. Nice. Congrats, man. Hope you find something you like. Me? No. Not yet. Maybe mid-year. Maybe. But for now, I stick with this one. If only I can upgrade my time, I would like that better. If I could have, like, I don't know, 30 hours in a day instead of 24, that would be the best upgrade, huh? Yeah, black is safe color. Right now you're in an apartment and pay rent. Yeah, same here. Singapore, real estate in Singapore is super expensive because of the very limited real estate. The space, physical space. So like I think the prices for the units, for the condominiums, the flats, are like, how much? 10 times more expensive or more than in the Philippines. So if I can buy a single unit here in Singapore, I could have afforded 10 of those back in the Philippines. That's how expensive it is. case costs you like 211 compared to Amazon's 576. Wow, because of the local store? Awesome. Maybe they have a manufacturing plant in India. Came closer to the source instead of flying all the way around. I don't know. The house will be yours with ground around, and the house is more expensive than a 99. True, true. Much more permanent though. Won't get phased out in 3 years. Smoking is banned. No, it's not banned. There are just some designated areas for it. So they're trying to get stricter with the non-smoking areas. You can still smoke, just not as widespread as before. I think they did ban it on certain main tourist roads. Like if you guys are familiar with Orchard Road, this is the most famous central road in Singapore. Most of the tourists go there, so they banned it there. And I guess that's because it's like a public place, and they want to contain the secondhand smoking kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, you. Sorry. It's hard to say the name with all these consonants. 1, 2, 3. How should I call you, man? Thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. That reminds me of Nyoko Jinon Jack. Nyoko Choko Choko Choko. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same. Oh, dang it! If it's the same ban in smoking as in vaping. I've never smoked, I've never vaped, so I'm not really up to date with the laws. 80. Wall Street Journal. Very business minded. Maybe it is. Oh no, it's WJS. Okay, yeah, I initially thought it's WSJ as well. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Ah. So before, in your current PC, you were not able to max it out yet? Isn't that the game which they were saying would have ray tracing available soon? Or am I mixing things up? Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's the next system over from Nyoka Chaka Chaka Chaka. No wonder it sounds familiar. That's the game with RTX support. Nice. It's already available. Ah, cool, cool. Alright. Because I was reading some articles before saying it was getting delayed. But good thing that they released it now. Oh, that will be amazing. So beautiful. A police chase on your other window. Is this one of those live feeds, like from a chopper or something? Am I speeding? I am speeding again. 3 games with RTX support now. Good to hear that it's building up. Which games would those be? Shadow of Tomb Raider. This... was it Call of Duty or Battlefield? I forget. And what is the other one? Oh yeah, I haven't yet. How do you enable it again? I forgot about it entirely. Ansel has this bug though with my G27. I'm not sure if it's the same with you. Like remember when we had that Jurassic World stream and I go to Ansel, I would have to remove my wheel from the USB, and otherwise it would like scroll up, just float up all the way. Battlefield 5, Tomb Raider, and Metro Exodus. Ah, nice. So mainstream games are starting to adopt it. Cool. Do you guys know if ray tracing is an NVIDIA technology? Or is it saying that AMD can also adopt eventually? Or maybe it does it already. When RTX and ETS2 and ATS. DX11 first. One step at a time. Experimental features in GeForce Experience. Okay. Only NVIDIA. Oh, that's too bad, huh? I wonder what AMD's how do you say, answer for that will be. But ray tracing has been around forever. So the RTX technology itself is NVIDIA, but ray tracing in general, it's like a... Oh my goodness, that was super sharp. Good thing there was no car there. So they should have an answer for that as well. Yeah. Cool. They all have ray tracing. I don't even know what ray tracing is. You know, it's just, for me, it's just like a new cool technology with, I don't know, dynamic lighting. That's as simple as I understand it. Yeah, RTX is the next thing, next big thing. It's the new big thing. Ray tracing has been out for ages. Just the PC games didn't have support in older hardware due to the cost. Okay. Yes, please do share, Rohan. Thanks. Been used in animated movies since the 90s. Cool. Yeah, with games it's a totally different thing, I would imagine. Because in animated movies, basically the output would be a video file. And as long as people can play videos, that's good. But in games, the individual PCs would have to do their own rendering. So that would be where the difficulty lies. Rendering ray-traced scenes is very easy, but doing it in real time is the new technology. There you go. Real time is key for RTX cards. That's the one. No one is driving on these parts. I think I'm the only guy who is brave / stupid enough to do so. Oh, there we go. We have a kindred spirit. Hey bro, good luck to us. Oh, that's the... What do you call that? That happy cow? Smiling cow? Something? I saw that the other day in the grocery. Still can't believe there's such a brand. It feels like it's a spoof. A parody of some sort. Alright, Ult. Have a good one, man. Thank you for the inputs. Thank you for the discussion. And I'll catch you on the next stream. Maybe on the next Explain stream on Wednesday. We'll see. Have a good night. Take care. Have a great weekend. Laughing cow. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Rohan. Well, if it's not implemented for ETS2 or for the other sims I use, maybe it won't be as encouraged, but yeah, it would definitely be a wow factor for me. What was that, Silver? Bashkiri. Is it Vake? Oh, retarder. Come on, don't fail me now. Just fiddling with the retarder here. Because the grade is really varying pretty heavily. From a relatively flat surface to something super steep. Oh no, rip! We evaded. We actually missed the guy. Or girl. I don't know. Yeah, doing fine so far. So this is actually a good balance, huh? There are two main roads going from north to south. One is the typical highway, And then if you're feeling like it, if you want more adventure, you can go through this road. It's a bit of something for everybody. Perfect balance. There is DLSS2, not just RTX. Deep Learning Super Sampling. Ooh, that sounds fancy. What is that? More game support. Nice. Is that some kind of anti-aliasing? Super sampling. That's like the scaling, right? Ah, that's the brand for cheese. Okay. What does that mean? If you is that translatable to English somehow? Lavash kiri. Laughing cow. Literally. Very smelly cheese. Upgraded to an RTX 2070. Nice. 200 FPS on ETS2. My goodness. What CPU does he have? Do you know, Rohan? Because I think that's my main bottleneck right now. I don't really max out my GPU, at least not at 300% scaling. Right now I'm at like 64% GPU, including the recording and everything. So it's not that bad. But my CPU is at like 80%, the main thread. Smelly be good. That's the translation. I think that makes sense. DLSS has the potential to be the greatest feature of the NVIDIA's 2000 series graphics cards. Improving visuals, increasing performance in the same breath. Nice. That's something you don't hear of every day. Usually it would be improving one and sacrificing the other. That sounds very promising. 8th Gen i7 processor. So perfect for ETS2 then. I like that guy. Cycler in the rain. It's even the bike sounds. I really like the bike sounds. Is he going to cross or something? Yes, he is. Okay. Good thing we gave him way. Gave way for him. Vashkiri. It's a very soft cheese. That's just where you left it. What, no legs? Now he's also using OBS NDI. What is NDI? So behind with these updates. You used to get 120 FPS on ETS2 with the base game in your PC. Yeah. It's when you add all these things that it can get pretty complicated, huh? Yeah, I remembered. Would you look at that? Not so goldfish memory there, huh? The other PC would do all the encoding for your stream. Ooh. Interesting. So it's like a multi-PC setup, but the OBS is in the gaming PC as well. So it would be easier to manage because you would not need to touch the second PC at all. Everything would still be in the main PC. Non-hardware capture option. Non-hardware capture option. Could never get one past a giggle. But it's not much FPS loss. So I guess, I mean, performance-wise, still the best setup would be the dual PC setup, but this NDI thing is not that bad for a very, how do you say, very comfortable setup, not having to need like 2 mice, 2 keyboards or whatnot. Yes, I have to load it up in my brain. That is what the webcam is for you guys to make fun of me. That's where the milkshakes come from. I don't have the place to keep 2 PCs anyway. Technically I could make space, but do I need to? It was pretty smooth. Cool. That's the future then, I guess. Because that's a lot more convenient. Although in a way, I guess the multiple PCs fully streaming would have its advantages because you can easily control the other PC. You don't need to alt tab or anything. But you would need a capture card or something. I wonder how the 2 PCs connect though. Via local network? One sec. Yes. There he goes. Oh crap, yeah, oversteered. His other PC is also using 70% CPU. Doesn't make sense. I didn't get you there, Jay. I think I missed the bus there. What do you mean? So the PC which is encoding is at 70%? Why so high? Maybe he was maxing out the settings there as well, which would make sense to make the most of it. So like higher encoding settings and whatnot. Alright, Rohan, enjoy. Made it. Hungry now, congrats guys. Same here. For me, lunch is coming soon anyway, so no worries. Now, if I can only let the rain pass. The problem with 1:1 scale is because the time goes by so slow. It would probably take, I don't know, 10 jobs before the rain finishes. So I will cheat, okay? There we go. Cheater. ND is like the network connection tool between OBS without using the capture card. Ah, I see. That's actually pretty good. So you don't need a separate capture card for it. That is a very good alternative. So I've always found that a hassle, the capture card thingy. Maybe just because I don't know how it works or how to set it up or where to buy the capture card from in the first place. Cheating. Banana milkshake. Where do you get all these things? Is that just right off your fridge? You forgot a na. Missed one na there. Maybe we can go to Chirac. I think there are only 2 cities we haven't explored, but that's end to end. Capture hardware like Elgato. Amazon. I see. Actually, yeah, I don't get much stuff from Amazon. The overseas shipping puts me off a bit. I usually use the local Amazon here, but the local Amazon here doesn't have very good availability of products. So we usually get from the local stores here, and local online stores do exist as well. Turn off the music. Yeah, Amazon here, not very good right now. It's a work in progress, we can say. We do have some other online stores though, so it's not that bad, but I haven't looked for a capture card. I mean, I guess I would need the second PC first, right? I guess we can go and take that. After it's only a few minutes away, and then we can just drive to that other city if we can manage it. 1 kilo of lasagna. Goodness, I would love that. With Elgato, you don't need a second PC. Ah, capture hardware. Wait a minute. How would that work? So the... Wait a minute. I might be confusing some terms. Because Elgato capture card, doesn't that connect the two PCs? Record and stream at the same time. But which one would do the streaming? This Elgato capture thing would have a CPU of its own to do the streaming, the encoding? Only 1 kilo? Well, not enough. Not enough. Ah, built in. I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. My goodness, that is pretty amazing sounding. Although, to be fair, with the amazing CPUs coming in, I don't think it's that essential anymore, right? I mean, right now, my CPU is at 30%. I have a lot of space available to utilize, basically. Right. Elgato, a cat. Maybe that's where it came from. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Although I don't think in my case it's necessary. Still pretty cool though. It's nice to know there is such kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think I need it right now. Oh. Actually very smart though. So you don't need a full-fledged second PC for your encoding needs. Elgato. Yeah, we've been calling Gato the entire time. You might find a different port there. Be careful. Yours did. Oh yeah. I bet he made like a gray murderer screech there. There you go. Elgato. Jadar overload that is, I think. 1 kilometer away. I don't think we'll make it, but we can drive around though. 1 sec. Let me see. Yeah, we won't make it in time. And I already traveled that route before. Yeah, I guess we can end there. Maybe that will be just enough time. Very nice map, this one though. Really interested to see what MyGodness will have. What else he will add here. Not genetically engineered yet. Letting your cat do the encoding. That sounds dangerous. You don't know what you'll get. You don't know what you'll get back. Now where is that? There you go. A very narrow road. Doesn't seem like it was built for trucks, given that how that line super narrow. Didn't get the JDAR. I guess I have to be thankful for that, right? That means I have a pure heart. An uncorrupted spirit. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Why do a job when you can explore a secret path? This might be going to that top structure there. The mansion. It would be kind of a shame though, having a mansion and then not building a road properly. Having just a dirt road going to it. A bit of a shame. We are in a totally secret area now. Any Easter eggs? Tractor? That's not Jack's tractor, not pink. I wonder where this is headed though. Maybe it's a shortcut to that road that we see on the map ahead. Oi! That's like Mumbai bus level. It will never be erased from our minds. To the mine. There is a mine. Ooh. Yeah, it's not going up the mansion. Oh, okay. Might have gone a bit too fast there. Sorry, Pauly. Wait, we still have a chance? Maybe not. Maybe I went there through. A bit too fast. Oi! Oh no. Submerged trailer hype. You said go under, right? Now we're going under. That'll teach you to make fun of the agent. For the tractor joke. Karma is quick. Karma chameleon. Oh my goodness. Stuck in the mud. Didn't know we were playing Mudrunner now. Oh no, it wouldn't go. Still submerged? Yes. So how do we go here? Oh, I think I have to. I know. I have to like elevate. Maybe just a bit more, like that one. There you go. Perfect. Just let the truck fall a bit. Perfect landing. Perfect end to the stream. How was that landing, guys? How was that landing, Jay? A bit nose up? More nose up? Where the heck are we? Oh yeah, it's here now. Where did that lead? Ah, yeah, so there was a connection apparently from here to there. Yeah, Silver was right. It was headed to the mine. But yeah, because we're in the landing topic, I finally installed that plugin from that Thaddeus recommended for Flight Sim. That will somehow give a rating for your landing in terms of the how hard it was. My goodness, that's Jada right all over. And then it will say excellent landing, and then it will say I think the velocity of how fast you're falling, the G, I don't know, the gravitational thing. I don't really know the numbers, but we'll check it out on Wednesday, right? No JDAR. Nope, nothing at all, for sure. Yes. So, yes, let's check it out on Wednesday. Check out the new plane, check out the new plugins. I'm starting to get into the modding now in X-Plane and the custom sceneries as well. And if you have something somewhere you have in mind you want to fly, let me know, so I can go look for custom sceneries and have it prepared for Wednesday, right? That's supposedly used in roleplays too. Roleplays and Jadar, they kind of mix. Oh my goodness, I think you need your PC to arrive. Or maybe that will fill up your Jadar even more, who knows. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. It's been a very interesting set of discussions. Entertaining as always. Thank you for keeping me company. I'll catch you next week. In the meantime, we'll get in touch on Discord and maybe do some more Jadars in there. Good luck with the liquid cooler though, Jay. Really looking forward to your new PC. Thank you everybody. Thank you Jay, Sportsfan, Scotsman, Gato, Alex, Jack, Rohan if you're there, and who else is with us. Thank you. Have a great weekend, guys. Have a good night. Have a good day. I'll catch you on Wednesday, alright? Sorry if I missed somebody. You know who you guys are. Thank you and bye-bye. Let's play the new intro. Oh, I don't have the hotkey yet. Okay, let's do it like this. A bit brute force. Thank you and bye-bye.